So Mark Rowan is CEO of Apollo Global Management, and he's given $2 million to a PAC backing Susan Collins. Now, our press says that's not at all important. We're not going to cover it, and you should totally ignore it. I bet he gave the $2 million because he agrees with her, and he wants what's best for Maine. He just has a big open heart for the state of Maine. Okay, well, let me propose some alternate theories for you guys. So, in the big beautiful bill that Susan Collins voted for, it extended tax breaks for private equity firms. You're never going to guess what Apollo Global Management is. A private equity firm. Huh? So he got a giant tax break, way more than $2 million after he contributed to $2 million. Coincidence? I'm sure it's a coincidence. New York Times, CNN, don't cover it. No. Your audience might learn something. No, your readers might actually know how disgustingly corrupt our government is. No, don't do it. It might hurt Mark Rowan or Susan Collins' feelings. Instead, why don't you just keep calling her a moderate? So then, we're not anywhere done yet. In 2020, that same donor backed Collins for re-election. But why? After she did what? She had proposed an amendment that he disagreed with, Rowan disagreed with. She defeated her own amendment. She's like, I'm so sorry. You're giving me millions of dollars? I didn't know what I was doing. I'm so sorry. That might accidentally help the people of Maine. No, I withdraw the amendment. No, of course, yes, sir, please, sir. But New York Times will tell you, no, it was random. No, she got the millions of dollars from him and then took away the amendment he doesn't like and gave his firm a giant tax break. Coincidence, total coincidence. And if you don't say that it's a coincidence, say it. If you don't say it's a coincidence, then you're a conspiracy theorist. You're crazy. No. You know, guys who run private equity firms love to give away millions of dollars for no reason. They don't like money. They don't care about money. He's just doing it for everybody's goodwill. I mean, I don't know. If you work at the New York Times and you're one of the schmucks who write stories like this, what's your reason? Why do you think he's giving her the money? Why do you think she's voting with him every single time? I never see a counter explanation. I just hear, don't talk about it. Don't talk about money in politics. It's conspiratorial. No, it's Susan Collins is just having a debate. She just changed her mind right after she got the giant check. Okay, well, there's more. So, by the way, of course, Rowan also supports Israel. Apollo Global Management linked to Jeffrey Epstein. Shh, don't talk about it. Nobody did anything wrong. And by the way, to be fair, I have no idea what Mark Rowan did or didn't do. I would hope that our government would investigate. There are others at Apollo Global Management that have been, greatly detailed with Epstein, but never pursued, no justice. They all give money to politicians, but yet their connections to Epstein were never investigated. Another coincidence, total coincidence. No, they give away millions of dollars in Wall Street for free just because, God, they love the people of Maine so much. That's why it makes the last part so weird. So there was a paper mill in Maine, and guess who bought it? Apollo Global Management did. Well, that's going to bring so many jobs to Maine because they care so much about the people of Maine. And that's they're going to help the state. Now it makes sense. Susan Collins is trying to help Maine. That's why they paper mill. Except they ran it into the ground and shut down the mill and eliminated more than 1,000 jobs in Bucksport and Jay, Maine. And now wait. You think, so they're actually betraying the voters of Maine. They actually did damage to Maine. Then they paid off the senator to Maine so that she wouldn't do anything to protect the citizens she's supposed to represent. Now that would be a logical conclusion if you're reading the New York Times or watching CNN. Instead, what you'll hear is, first of all, nothing, they'll never cover it because that's their beloved Susan Collins who backs all the corporate PACs, who backs foreign governments, who, moderate. What part of this is moderate? Killing off jobs in Maine is moderate? Not negotiating drug prices and killing off the free markets is moderate? Backing a genocidal government with our money to start more wars that 80% of Americans are opposed to is moderate? How could it be a moderate position to be with the 20% and not with the 80%? Moderate. See, there's no facts in the journalists at the New York Times and CNN. No, there's just nothing but propaganda. You just call Susan Collins moderate. You never talk about the money. You never talk about the jobs that were lost. But wait a minute, I promised you one more insult to injury. So what are they gonna do with those paper mills where everybody lost their jobs? They're gonna turn them into data centers. That's who Susan Collins is. Oh, but no, if you find out what Susan Collins actually does, you might never vote for her again. So, tattoo, did you see his tattoo? Oh my God, he's got the wrong kind of tattoo. Oh, did you see what the girl he was dating in 1987 said? Oh my God, no. Okay, that's fair, we could talk about that, but we're also gonna talk about Susan Collins and all this, what appears to be an out and out bribes for payback to her benefactors, to her donors. No, Cenk. We're only gonna talk about the tattoos and the girlfriends. We're never gonna talk about Susan Collins because we're objective reporters. Are you? Are you? Because you don't look objective at all. So if you live in Maine, let me tell you right now, if you make the mistake of voting for Susan Collins one more time, you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna rob you blind. Every time you ring the bell below, an angel gets his wings. Totally not true, but it does keep you updated on our live shows.